for joining the Lake of Bays Township Public Library Baysville Branch. Today I'm going to show you how to fold old paperback books into candles. It's a simple folding technique and I'll walk you through it.
For this project, you'll need an old paperback book, a ruler or another type of straight edge, some white glue, a craft knife, and a battery tea light. For the paperback book, the height of the paperback will determine the height of your candle. So if you have a couple paperbacks, it's nice to have paperbacks at two different heights so you can have candles at a couple different heights. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to work the spine of your paperback. You're basically going to open it, flip through it, be rough with the spine. The idea is to soften it up a bit. Next step, of course, is to rip off the covers. Okay, so now it's on to the next step. Or don't mind me as I wait for my cat to decide to move along. So we need to cut out a notch for our tea light. So you're going to cut the notch down vertically about the depth that you want your tea light to be. And horizontally, you want it to be across half the width of the tea light or the radius. Just sort of take a good guess at it. Make a mark. I got my ruler out so I would be sure to cut on a straighter line. And now I'm going to take my craft knife and just cut along the lines that I drew. So just press down firmly and cut that notch out. You won't be able to cut through all the pages you'll need to at this point. The goal is just to cut through, the first good section. We'll be doing this again in a little bit. So I'm just going to double check by opening the book up that I'm happy with the notch, and that looks like it'll be pretty good. Okay, now it's time to fold. So I'm just going to take the page and fold it over to the vertical line of my notch. So you can see I haven't gone all the way to the spine. I'm just only going to where my notch is. Then you're going to take your straight edge and make a nice sharp crease. Then take the top right corner and fold it to the same place, to the paper edge. Not the spine, but the fold you just made. And turn the page. And that can be as simple as that. Push that first page over as far as you can. Sometimes it falls out, that's alright, just start again with a new first page. So fold again, nice sharp crease with your straight edge, top corner, down to make a triangle. Crease that again with your straight edge for a sharp point. And that can be your candle fold. So I wanted to show you, you can also, instead of just folding the one time, you can fold twice so that you make your candle narrower. So you can see after the triangle fold, I'm folding the rest of my page over again to that same spot along that edge and making a nice sharp crease. And that creates a slightly narrower candle. So I'll show you with this other part book. There's the single fold. And then here's the difference with the double fold. So you can see when you turn it up, there's a big difference in how wide your candle will be. Whichever you want to do is up to you. Okay, as you continue folding, periodically run your straight edge down that spine because you're really trying to press all of the folded pages over as far as you can. And then, like I mentioned before, you're going to periodically need to recut your notch. So before you've folded all of the pages, just cut the notch again to take out some more. Okay, I'm all done folding. And I can tell because the folded edges are nicely packed together. They're the way I like them. You can have them more gaps if you like. So now I need to separate the candle part from the rest of the book. So if your spine is kind of loose, you can just usually rip it off. This book is quite stiff on the spine, so I'm gonna have to cut it with my craft knife, which is no problem. Just carefully run the knife along the page edge. All right, there we go. So now I'm just gonna see how it'll glue together. I'm just gonna press and work the spine to make sure that my candle will come together in a nice cylinder. So I'm gonna press along that spine edge. Again, it will depend on the book whether you need to do this or not. But just fiddle with it a little bit. I just pinched it and pressed down the length of the spine. There we go. Now you can see it's coming together in a much nicer cylinder. Now we get to glue it together. So you're going to find your first page and your last page and just run your line of glue down close to the spine edge. You could use hot glue if you want. You maybe just want to work a little bit faster. And then again, I'm being careful to squeeze at my spine so that that's where it stays together. So I just separated the book along a different section, like not the first and last page. And I'm just going to press it for a while. So of course when I came back to look at my book, my cat had returned. She apparently wants to play with it too. So I take the book, folded candle, and I'm just gonna fluff it a little bit and arrange it, make sure I'm happy with how it's looking. You can glue it again on the spine edge if you feel it needs it at any point, or press it for a little bit if you want to hold the shape. Ta-da! Glue's dried. I'm pretty happy with that. Put your tea light in the top, and you're ready to decorate it if you want. I thought I'd show you. Here's a bigger, wider candle. This was only the single fold. This did take more pages of the book than the double fold, but I think it looks pretty cool too.
Thanks for learning with the library.